an awesome show to go and see. Like, I could definitely go see something like that on like a huge theatrical sets and everything like that. Not Dr. Phillips Art Center fucking doing like little kid shows and whatever, like Cats and shit.
It was in a black box theater, so a smaller theater. So
that's cool.
It wasn't a huge, because it was like really close, so you could see the like everything real close up.
Right. It's got like a kind of a circular kind of seating, so you see the play from different angles.
Yeah.
And yeah, I miss those kind of theaters. We don't have many of them down here.
They have some, and I thought they had one at Dr. Phillips. I thought they said that.
The Dr. Phillips Center is pretty close, but it's almost more of an amphitheater. Like even from the shows that I don't think I've actually ever seen anything there, but I did construction work in there.
Oh, okay.
So I saw it in its real early days when they were knocking everything down. I did a lot of survey work for them. It was like 2 straight months where I was nothing. And that carpet gets you fucking high. You stare at that carpet long enough, you think you're at the shining Stanley Kubrick fucking hotel. I'm not even kidding. Like, I'm staring at it, I'm like, dude, this is trippy. And I'm like extended on like one of the like a mechanical lift, and I'm seeing the carpet as I move. It's hypnotizing in there.
I do that too, but that place is unbelievable. I love that place.
And that was built on all donations by people in Orlando. It was not like government funded. It was all like outside donors that built that fucking place. That's what's cool about it.
And it took so many years for it to happen, but I'm glad it happened. I'm glad that we have something like that here. Yeah,
and the wonderful thing is that you can immediately go into the downtown afterwards, and the local businesses get the kind of the emptiness of it. I would have to say Orlando is extremely well built, but I would have to say that everybody who drives here is a masshole. It's like everybody's from Massachusetts or New York or Chicago, and they think they own the road, and they clearly don't, because I do. You know what I mean? Like, that's the condescending, shitty ways that we are as Orlandoans. Is we take fucking LA for granted.
And then they cuss me out. They're like, "What the freaking?"
I forgot. Okay, I forgot. I rode in the car with you all the way from Orlando to Tampa. This woman drives like a fucking grandma. She is not bullshit. She is. Oh my God, was it bad? Like we had troublemakers in the back.
Oh my God.
And you're like, hey, let's do a podcast in the car. I'm like, fuck no, that's dumb. I'm like, I'm gonna burn everything up.
Bird, baby, bird.
Oh my God.
It was an adventure. And then that guy that hit on me when we got there, that guy scared the freaking out of me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta start this. I'm surprised I didn't say this at the beginning of the interview. Is Julie is a G-rated comic for the most part. Like, occasionally PG.
Yeah,
her humor, her stand-up, even in our scene. Like, the stand-up comedy scene is really derogatory down here. There is a lot of people who have a lot of offensive content down here. Julie comes up there. It's like watching a performer from a theme park, except she's being funny. It is. I kid you not. I'm not going to tell her about her routine, but holy shit, go see her, because she breaks up the monotony in the scene right now. Don't get me wrong. I'm another comic saying the dumb dick jokes and stuff like that, but mine are way worse than a lot of the other people's I've learned. The Prius blowjob story is all you need to know. Come see me perform stand-up comedy at Grumpy's on Tuesday nights.
Oh my. Okay. Well.
You haven't heard that yet, have you?
I don't need to hear that from you, Aaron. I'm good.
The Prius blowjob story?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm gonna have to like clean my ears out now. I'm gonna have to go do it.
But Julie's no fucking saint. Let's put that right now, because the first time we got together post another podcast, basically Julie got fucking hammered before I even got to the bar.
I was having guy problems.
She was the white wine widow at fucking Grumpy's that day. And I was like...
Because the bartender was giving me free drinks again. I got to tell her no.
And then, you guys are posting fucking selfies now.
And then some guys...
So great.
I sat on some guy's lap, and I'm like, this is not appropriate.
That night will forever live in our history together, because that is... this isn't Julie and I's first time sitting in front of microphones. I probably should let our listeners know that we actually met... I'm going to let Julie tell some of the story, because I clearly have a very random. It was a very interesting story how you and I got to know each other and work. But I'm going to let you start. How did he contact you? And if we should go from there.
Who?
Our friend PJ. I want to talk about this so bad. I've wanted to for so long.
And now we're doing it on the podcast.
Yep. Where else were we going to talk about it?
Well, we saw on Facebook about doing a podcast. And I was like, that would be fun to do. And
break into a new kind of thing. And
trying to work on my stuff. Like I was in a comedy class working on my comedy because everybody kept saying, you're really funny. And then I was...
And she's fucking hysterical. She's fucking hysterical.
I'm glad you think I'm so funny. Everybody keeps telling me I'm funny. And sometimes I feel so stupid. I'm like, what am I doing?
You know what, though? Before we get on to the story, do you mind if I talk about one of your sets?
Oh, no. You can edit, right? If it's... I tell you.
This girl went up and the first thing she fucking says on stage, is this karaoke night? And that proceeded to start your act, and everybody thought you were just really drunk.
And I wasn't. And the people think I'm drunk all the time, and I'm not drunk.
And the great thing is that it was so fucking hysterical, and because I knew it was your act. I knew it was what you do. And it threw people off because they thought you really were the drunk girl getting up to do what you do. They don't know it's part of your act. I love it.
The one my karaoke act. Oh, okay. Yeah, because in Indiana, again, there's not much to do except cow tipping, which is part of the act. I love karaoke. Actually, my dad bought me a karaoke machine when I was in 3rd grade. I was singing to Amy Grant and...
Amy Grant. Holy shit, what a throwback.
Hey, baby, baby. Do-do-do-do-do-do. I forget the lyrics. And what's our... They think we're falling in love. What's that? I mucked it up really bad. I'm really off key right now. What's that other lady's name with the big hair? Bonnie...
I don't know.
I forget. This is the 90s. But yes, my dad bought me a karaoke machine, but I love karaoke since I've been little. And
that joke, though, is so great because people don't know. If they talk to you beforehand, they'll kind of get that it's part of comedy.
Yeah, because there's so many bad karaoke people.
But if you don't know that it's part of the comedy show, it is so much better seeing the people's reactions as you do what you do on stage. That is so much more fun for me, is watching you doing what you do and then watching the faces of the people not paying attention. It is so fucking great to see their whole world crush when they see what you do.
They think I'm a drunk. That's what they think. And I'm like, no, I'm just doing appreciation of karaoke. I did at the Improv for my comedy class. I had everybody up and laughing and cracking up. I had everybody, and I had like, woo! And I was doing Barbie Girl for that one. Barbie Girl and Madonna, Material Girl are my 2 karaoke songs. And actually, okay, so random story again. So I love these. I was in Indiana, and my mom's husband, who unfortunately passed away, he
sorry, dude.
Yeah, it's a sad.
Is it recent?
Situation. Not very long ago. Yeah, he
okay.
But I used to call him, long story short, I used to call him my karaoke buddy.
Okay.
It's a long story. I don't need to get in. Maybe later on we'll talk about it.
Right.
But we used to go karaoke because I was like, you can be my karaoke buddy. That's what our relationship. Mm. And so he was like, can you sing these songs on the deck? And I was like, okay. It was the last time I saw
on the deck?
On the deck. Because you have this big deck.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay, this is the last time I saw him before he passed away. I didn't see him before that. So I'm on the deck singing doing my karaoke thing.
Right.
The neighbors are over there. It's a big yard. The neighbors hear me, and I didn't know when I left, they started clapping.
And that's where it was born.
No. I've been doing this for a long time, but he loved it so much, he wanted me to do it in the backyard. And I was doing it without the karaoke.
So you were doing your routine, but at the same time you were doing it.
And the neighbors were listening to me.
Brilliant.
And the neighbors never heard it before. And they're like clapping and like they're loving it. And I'm like, oh my gosh, the neighbor was listening. I'm like, great.
This is so great. I seriously love the originality of it. Because if we were going to take like this moment in comedy history, people will look back and I noticed that there's a lot of Oh, crap. See, this is where the whole not having cell phones while we're having a conversation gets out of whack, because now I'm trying to reach back like to an old SNL character. The one who recently had the documentary on, where she had it was on CNN. I don't remember. She's really famous. Like
there's a lot of famous people from SNL.
She was the one who was married to God damn it. I hate when this happens. Like, I brain fart so hard right now. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Help me out. Help me with this word vomit that I'm about to say on mic.
Oh. She had the big hair, and it's like, ah!
Exactly.
Yeah, what's her name?
I don't know.
But she had big hair like me.
Yeah, but I see a lot of her influence in your comedy.
Well, that's why I try to bring out like the old school comedy, and I feel like that's what I am, because I'm very physical, and I'm trying to put those aspects together when I'm working on my comedy and my improv. That's what I'm trying to do. And
Julie, I mean, really goes at it hard. I've seen you go through physical abuse on stage. Like, some of the shit that you do is not funny. Like, it looks like it hurts if you do it wrong.
I hurt my neck a few times. I need to work on that, because I was standing on my head the other day, and I think I hurt my neck a little bit. I need to work on not hurting my... I need to get like a chiropractor with me all the time. If I ever become famous, like, okay, you need to adjust my neck now.
Yeah, that could be like your green room demands. Like, when you're getting ready to do your epic style Netflix 30 minutes, you can have a chiropractor in the green room.
Well, I'm in black belt in karate, but I used to flip my body around all the time, and I would like to get back to that level of doing that again with my body.
Right.
Like, I can stand on my head and all that, but I can't really flip as well as I used to. So I want to get back to that.
Wow. Like, that's the kind of commitment that you have, though, to just doing comedy, is that you're willing to put your body through that kind of, I guess... the need to get to a certain place from where you are. You know what I mean? Like, the progression of your comedy and becoming more physical, as opposed to now you've been doing it for a while, and you think, instead of simplifying it, make it easier, you're willing to push yourself and go harder. It's the difference between a lot of area comics and I think what you do.
I feel like, okay, so I drink ever so often. I try not to drink a lot. And one of my friends, who is a big comic right now, told me not to drink before performance. Preacher told me that when he was trying to train me.
That's Preacher Lawson, by the way, guys.
Yeah, and I don't drink very much, because I ever so often, like a margarita or a glass of wine.
Right.
But I'm at the point that I'm getting older, and now I'm getting wiser. But I don't want to age. I want to take care of my body. So if I can do comedy, improv, which I have the wisdom, I want to be able to physically do this stuff. Like, my friend's 95 years old, and she's very physical. Like, she's running around. I don't know if she can stand on her head and stuff, but...
Well, if she's 95, I mean, I would hope not. It's like, Doris, I've fallen and I can't get up forever. Like, my knees are shattered as shit.
But I want to be able to do that. When I get the wisdom, I don't want to, like, lose the physical ability.
Right.
So if I finally get where I need to go, all these years of working on it, I want to be able to still move around if I can take care of my body right.
Right. So you're starting like the new diets now and the exercising, and you're going through. I'm going to relate this back to you, because the way this works is you tell me some, I'll tell you some. I'm gonna go dark for a minute.
Okay.
So when I missed a whole lot of time in my life. If I look back and remember it, like, I remember it differently than how it happened, that kind of thing, because of all the alcohol abuse that I had done for so many years. Like, so now I have the classic fucking dad bod going on right now. Like, I'm physically fit for the most part. Like, I work at a furniture store, so I know I'm strong. Like, I can punch something really hard and hurt somebody if I really wanted to. And not me at all, but the aging, like, I didn't get to enjoy my 20s, so now all that youthful angst and shit that I missed out on is catching up to me. And that's the thing that I've learned, is people who have gone down dark roads and stuff have this exuberant amount of fucking energy, like, in their 30s. Like, I'm going harder in my 30s than I ever did in my 20s to do that kind of thing. And I try to take up running about 6 months ago. I'm halfway through a year of sobriety at this point, and I'm like,
congratulations.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. I basically ran around the block, and I go, yeah, this is not gonna work. I'm just gonna like, that was the aesthetic of me working out. I bought running shoes. I did all the stuff to get ready to work out, and I was just like, I fucking can't do this. This is not me. If you see me running down the street, you should